What if you could become a better person, not by working harder, but by taking one small step a day? And not because you're a bad person now, but because there's something inside you that's ready for more. How to be a better person gives you one tiny step a day you can take to be the person you want to be. My mission? To help you live your best life. Hey there, it's Kate, and this is How to Be a Better Person. Imagine with me, if you will, that you are at the airport. You've checked in, waited at the gate, stood in a crowd of people waiting for your group to be called, and now, finally, you are slowly filing onto the airplane. You've got your carry-on and maybe your purse or backpack on your shoulder. You're trying not to bump into people as you move down the aisle, but it's really close quarters, so you're saying a periodic, "Oops, excuse me, sorry." Then you get to your row, and bam! Either sitting right next to you or in the row in front or behind of you is a dad or a mom or a family with a baby. Dun, dun, dun! Oh no, a baby! You're thinking to yourself, this kid is going to be screeching all the way to Miami or wherever you're headed. I mean, right? Aren't you thinking that just a little bit? Even though I have kids, I have an old thought memory loop that starts playing when I see a baby on a plane until I pull it together a couple seconds later. Believe me, I know how tempting it is to inwardly roll your eyes and groan and even start rehearsing for how annoyed you're going to be when that baby starts to cry. I mean, after all, babies' cries are designed to be uncomfortable to grown-ups. It's how evolution makes sure that someone will pick that baby up and take care of it. There's no ignoring a baby's cry. Thanks, Mother Nature. But I'm here to present another way of viewing that baby on the airplane and the grown-up in charge of that baby's care, and it is this. They are just trying to get where they're going. And also, babies are people too. And so are the people who care for them. Let's not start judging the future generation before it even gets out of diapers, shall we? I mean, think about it. Are babies not supposed to get on airplanes until they're of a certain age? Well, sometimes grandmas and aunties and best friends can't come to you. You've got to go to them. And how do you have to get there sometimes? By taking an airplane. I have mostly had great experiences taking babies on planes. We took our daughter on a plane when she was 3 months old, and I felt like I was traveling with a celebrity. People were stopping by our aisle to coo at her, and the flight attendants were all really into her. My husband and I joked that we were her entourage. But there was this one time where we were flying to visit my mom, and we made the plane by the skin of our teeth because our connection was late. As soon as my husband's second foot crossed the threshold, they closed the door behind us. We sat down, breathless, having just run through the airport, completely swamped by adrenaline, and buckled our seatbelts. Because we hadn't had time to eat while we were in the airport, as soon as we got to cruising altitude, I took out our diaper bag and got out my daughter's bottle of milk. It had this flip top that had a straw that folded in half. She must have been about 2 because it was definitely a straw and not a nipple. When I flipped the top to that open position and the straw popped up, a stream of milk shot up out of it with such force that it bounced off the ceiling and landed directly in the shoes of the man sitting behind us. It was such a shock that it took a few seconds to get the thing closed again. Let me tell you, that man was not happy, and I don't blame him. I mean, come on, I was mortified. People were already mad at us because they were in their seats all ready to go, and we had held up the plane for 2 extra minutes before it could push back and take off. Luckily, I had many various cloths with me, as you need to have when you travel with a baby, so we gave him one of those to wipe himself off with. And I told him that if it was any consolation, that milk had been organic and grass-fed. Thankfully, he laughed and we had a decent chat about it, but I really felt the weight of dozens of pairs of eyes on us. I can tell you this, any parent who is holding a crying baby on an airplane is having a stress attack. They would do anything to get that baby to stop crying. They know what they're doing and they are trying their best. And sometimes babies just need to cry. The change in air pressure hurts their ears and they don't know to yawn or swallow, and it's not like you can tell a baby to yawn. You can try to time it so that the baby is hungry during takeoff and landing, and then you nurse them or give them a bottle so that they are naturally swallowing and relieving that pressure, but it doesn't always work out that way. I mean, when you're traveling, you're already out of control of your schedule. Traveling with a baby just amps that up because they are out of their routine, and probably they've missed some sleep somewhere along the way, and being tired makes everything a little bit worse. So how about, instead of hating the parent, the baby, or everybody, Although, let's be honest, most people who see a dad traveling alone with a crying baby would probably be a lot more sympathetic than if it was a mom. You think one of the following 3 things. 1, not my baby, not my problem. 2, I am sending good vibes to that family. 3, I think I'll see if there's anything I could do to help. These are all perfectly appropriate things to think and way better than channeling your rage at a baby or the parent of a baby who is having a very not good time in that moment. After all, babies are a part of life. Every single person on this planet used to be a baby. You used to be a baby. Hating a baby is a little like hating yourself. Because here's the thing. We are all travelers on this rock we call home that's hurtling through space. We are all vulnerable. If we can treat each other with, at a minimum, tolerance, airplane travel, which is legitimately a pain-in-the-butt experience, gets a lot sweeter. I'm not saying you have to love the baby, but take it as an opportunity just to build your tolerance muscles. A helpless little baby, even one that's shrieking its head off, is a really great recipient of tolerance, don't you think? Maybe you can even get to the point where you're grateful for the opportunity to see how your tolerance needs a little strengthening and to build those muscles. And finally, if you are truly disturbed by crying babies on an airplane, I have 3 words for you. Noise-canceling headphones. They really work wonders. That's it from me today. Be sure to tune in next week for Be a Better Partner Week. Each day next week, I'll share a tip that will help you strengthen your most important relationships. It's going to be fun. And if you'd like to be the first to know about future theme weeks here on the podcast, sign up for my newsletter at beabetterpersonpodcast.com. Click on the Get Podcast News button, and I'll send you a recap of the previous week and a look at what's coming up so you can plan your listening accordingly. Thanks for listening to How to Be a Better Person. Our theme song is Left for Deadish by Junior85. The podcast is mixed by Sound Advice Strategies. If you liked what you heard in this episode, share it with someone you think would like it too. Your voice matters. Also, How to Be a Better Person has an official newsletter that sends the past 7 episodes, a sneak peek of the week ahead, and one well-chosen meme to your inbox every Saturday morning. Sign up at beabetterpersonpodcast.com and click on Get Podcast News. I also love to hear from listeners. I mean, I love it. Send me an email by clicking on the Contact Kate button at beabetterpersonpodcast.com, tweet me at Kate Han, Katehan, or find me on Instagram at Kate Hanley Author. I look forward to connecting with you.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.